Niliona mujer con la otra.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Hi, ladies. Hello, hello, hello. You guys come to the seat so that we can get started. We have to be respectful of time. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Please, guys, come take a seat, please, please, please. Thank you. You guys look all fabulous. Beautiful, beautiful. The hair. That's right. Wow, we're so excited. Okay, the ladies in the back, we need you to come sit down, please, please. Thank you. Right, let's give everybody about 1 minute to settle down, and then we're going to begin the process. Thank you, beautiful ladies. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for honoring the rules of the house, right? We have rules of engagement, right, ladies? Yeah. So we're all on the same page. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Young ladies, how many minutes do you guys need back there?
1 minute.
1 minute. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Dr. Azuma. You're going to introduce me formally soon. I just wanted to give respect to Whiteley. He's the manager of this great facility. So I'm going to hand it to him, and then we will begin. But in the meantime, I want you guys to clap for yourself for making this possible. Thank you. You guys are all going to celebrate you. I'm going to hand this now to Whiteley so that he can give us some security information. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 4.5 Center. We really appreciate you for choosing this place. Thank you so much for bringing this beautiful day, this place. Mine is just some few words for you. It's a small security brief of what you should do and what you should not do when you are here. This place is an airport facility, so security is taken to be top notch and very serious. When you live here, please just go home straight. As who work in the airport here, we've got landslide passes. So each and every staff here has got landslide passes, which allow him to be in the airport facility at any time. So please, if you are caught idling in this place, the security can arrest you and take you to the nearest police station, which is down here. So it is not a threat; it is a very serious thing because here is a government security area. So even us, we are bound by the rules put here by the Kenya Airports Authority. Back to the hotel now. Where you are is called the Ruwenzori Hall. The Ruwenzori Hall has got some exit points, just in case there is an active shooter situation. For example, like in Westgate, these doors here, they can open, and you can leave with the nearest exit, which is this way, and you're out of the hotel. There is a door here which is having a push button. So you just push it and you leave the hotel. The other thing, when you are here, please, have you known your neighbor? Do you know each other? Do you know that if you leave anything here, it is safe?
Yes.
And that is why it is important for us to know each other. Security begins with you yourself. So please know each other. If you see any strange person, please inform our staff who are here, or inform me. I'm going to be around, or inform somebody who's going to be putting on like me is one of the security persons. So please just inform if you see any strange person. So I will expect everyone who is here to know each other, even if you don't come from the same estate, but please try and know each other so that we keep things very safe. The other thing which I'm going to announce to you is that at the airport, they have got their own health facilities. In each and every port which you go, like this one is a port. It is considered a port because guests come through here. So we've got the port health facility, which is 2 kilometers away, just near the police station. Just in case you are sick, we shall take you there as a first aid, as the first measure. But in the hotel also here, we've got trained first aider. For example, the man who's working right here is a trained first aider. So in case, yes, you can become a trained first aider. So just in case there is any problem concerning health, we shall do it fast and complete to the health facility. The last and the most important, the toilet. If you live here, that door, the first room on the right is where the ladies' toilet is, and you can see some toilet here. The third door on your right, just immediately to that door is where you see the toilet. We shall expect you to maintain decorum in this place. Please do not idle around. We shall restrict your movement. Don't go out there. Stairs are removed from our place. And each and every one room is meant for privacy. This also is meant for privacy. Thank you very much. And thank you for the place. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to be starting.
Yes.
Kitu amepata.
Extras.
Here, and you're all going to hear the words. But I just want to share that we started a little late because we were refreshments, but it's okay because we have some things. So as you see, we have a package. You're going to learn about the state of the community. Whether or not you have already gone through puberty, it's important for you to know so you can share with someone else. You're also going to learn about advancements in menstrual products and period technology. We live in a digital age now. Everyone is using their phones, everyone is using the internet to learn about menstruation. But it's important that the information that is available online is accurate and that we have the health literacy that we need to understand what we are seeing online. We're going to have a break. You're going to enjoy some amazing lunch updates today. We are also going to talk about menstrual-related concerns. Right? We're going to talk about endometriosis and fibroids and polycystic ovary syndrome because there are people who experience these concerns, and it's important to know how to address it because severe pain is not normal, and we never want you or anyone else to suffer in silence and be in pain. And lastly, we're going to talk about how you can be a menstrual advocate because we want you up here to teach others in your community. We want you to be able to come to the United States and travel the world and talk about menstruation. And then we will close out for today. We'll do some networking. But most importantly, we at Love Your Menses, we're here to learn from you. So although we've come from the United States, we're here to learn from you. We are guests in your country. We want to learn from you. You are our teachers for today. So at any point throughout the presentation, if you have something to teach us, we want to learn so that we can better support you and better support our community back home. Are you okay with that? Awesome. All right, so I already introduced myself. I come from Boston, Massachusetts. Is anyone familiar with Boston at all? What famous school is in Boston? Anyone know? What famous school? University? Harvard, right? So I live in the state where Harvard University is, all the way in New England where it snows. It gets really cold in Boston. So I'm glad to be here in Nairobi. And I'm so excited to introduce my co-founder and the president of Love Your Menses, Dr. Azuma.
Thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Dr. Azuma. Thank you, Bria. Bria, you're the best person to open up. The energy was great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I want to reiterate something Bria said. We're different, right? We're a Black-led organization, so we bring public health a little bit different. So we're here today, not as people that are superior to you guys. We're here to learn from you, as Bria has said. So teach us, because we know that you guys have something that we can share with our patients, with our friends in the United States. So teach us. And as we teach you, we hope we will both learn. I think education should be bilateral. You should be teaching me, and I should be teaching you. As a physician, I learned so much from my patients, a lot. Even where to go and buy my weave. So with that said, I'm Dr. Azuma. I'm a board certified OBGYN, so I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I'm also a public health person, just as my partners are. And I was trained at Harvard, right? So, all right, thank you so much. I'm going to hand it over to my next partner. Thank you. Vivian?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Love it. So I'm always, they call me the firecracker. So you probably see me, I'm trying to learn the Kenyan language, so bear with me, so I won't be Kenyan by the time I get here. My name is Fabienne License, so I have a French name, so call me Fabienne. Either way, I'm fine. So I am the program coordinator from Boston. So I am an organizer, I'm an educator. So you name it, I am. Who I am. So I am like the one who's going to be able to talk to you about like all different kind of things about all your Menses. About the products, my co-worker and I, Kiki, so we'll be able to share different products. So I have a table display, we'll be able to share different amenities with you guys. So we have an amazing team, and I am so blessed to be part of this thing. So we are going to be able to just share like some amazing resources with you guys. As an organizer, it's not just about like to share the resources with you, but also to share and learn from you what you guys are learning as an organizer. It's not just coming in to share with you, but I'm also taking what you guys are sharing in your community. How can we take what you guys are giving back to your community and then share that back in the state? Because this is what I really need to do. So what I do take from here, I'm going to bring it back, and what I give you guys, then you guys will be able to share it. So this is how we're going to be able to continue to do that partnership. This is not the first time we're going to be able to just come in. So even though we leave, but the work is going to continue. So I'm going to be able to call each one of you guys, because I don't remember names, but I remember Mercy, I remember Mary, I remember, Paula, I remember Kenya, but I'm going to call all of you guys, email, I'm going to say, listen, this is the work that I want you guys to continue to do. Go back to your school, go back to your organization, share what we learned here, share the resources, so we can continue to also grow, because we have other people that's coming behind us. All those young people that want to make sure that we are going to be able to pass what we learned, so we can be able to just share that, and we pass the resources of the baton to all of them. Because we don't want to say what we learned here and then we pass it on, and then that's it. So that's how we continue to do that. So I don't want to give all of you guys what I'm coming in, but what I want is to take what we share in here, just to make sure that it's God's word. We didn't want to come here. God bring us here for not by to say, okay, we come in here. We are in 7 pieces. But we picked here. God chose us to be here. And I want us to make sure you guys understand that there's a lot of energy here, and I want to make sure that you understand this is God's word, and the energy that we share, and that's the energy that we're going to bring all together, so we can be able to just continue to just spread the love. That's what we do, we spread the love. So I'm going to pass it on to my colleague, Ms. Vicky.
Hi everyone, I'm Fifi. You guys probably heard of me through my emails, but that's me. Welcome, we're so excited to have you. I'm so happy to be here in this room. I'm blessed to have an amazing team. Thank you so much for coming. Like my other team members said, as much as you guys are going to be learning from us, we're going to be learning from you, and we want this to be a safe space. So whatever experience that you've had, whatever experiences you have, or whatever thoughts or opinions you have, feel free to share them. We want this to be a safe space, no judgment. Whatever it is that you've had happen to you or whatever experience you want to share at your comfort level, please do, because we're learning from you as much as you're learning from us. And like everyone else mentioned, I'm just super excited to be here. This is going to be a great session. Just, open up your minds, open up your thoughts. If you're quiet, just write it down, put it on a sticky note, I can read it. Whatever works for you. Welcome, we're so happy to have you. So. Now I'm going to pass it over to our program manager in Kenya. His name is James. He was welcoming you guys at the front. Once he comes inside.
In the meantime, we have about 30 seconds, so I want you to turn and talk to the person sitting next to you. I want you to say hello, and I want you to give them a compliment. Go. Alright, and we're back. And we are back. Thank you, thank you. Well, my compliment for you all today is you all look really beautiful.
Thank you. Asante. But we have to switch language. Poa sana. Give a hand for Mtebele. Give a hand for Fifi. Give a hand for Bregas. These are beautiful, wonderful women who have stood with us, who came here and who decided that they need to support our girls on menstrual equity towards ending period poverty. So you need to support. They say they love you guys so much. They say you should taste our delivery before you leave. Anyway, I am James Gitari. I'm from the Nairobi, Chuka. So you will allow me, I've not been in Nairobi before. This is my first time to be in Nairobi. I am a menstrual champion without came in to support menstrual champion. I don't know whether I should tell my story now. Yeah. I started supporting becoming a menstrual champion back in 2017 in July, just before we went to the election. And during that time, I remember in my neighborhood, I could see around 3 girls who were really young. Every other evening on Fridays or Saturdays, they would come, get behind an old building that was being built and it had been left. So I would see some other guys calling them there. And I got interested. I asked my wife, what really happens there? She told me the story behind what they do, what they do. These girls were having sex for pants. There were 3 girls. One was in class 7, 2 were in class 8. And so I told my wife, why don't you approach them and see what they can do? And because I was the Boda chairman, I was able to go to talk to the Boda guys. And they told me, we speak with these girls, we give them 100 shillings, 200 shillings. And when we talked to these girls, what we found out is that their families were also fragmented. Their fathers were mostly alcoholics or drug abusers. Their mothers, some of them were commercial sex workers. And so I asked my wife, then why don't you give her your pants? Why don't you give them your pants? And that's where we started this journey. So I have a 12-year-old daughter. And I imagined she may be the victim of sex for pants. And when I started that back in after the elections, we never stopped. And eventually, Love Your Menses came through for us because in Tarakanidi we have around 3,800 girls who miss classes every month because of period poverty. Right now, through Love Your Menses program, we have been able to impact 570 girls. And I believe through this program and through you coming in Kenya, we have more than 190,000 girls who miss classes every month due to period poverty. For us, We are the hummingbird, and I remember I will quote Wangari Maathai, who said, just do the little that you can. One part, one girl, 1 month. That saves a lot. Because our government has the sole obligation of providing free sanitary pads to school-going children. If they can provide condoms for sex, and having sex is a choice. If I am married, I don't need to use condoms. So that's why I will never carry condoms in my bag. But I'm not saying that about you. And I know many of us here, when I look at you, you really are not there. But that's a story for another day. Our president, William Ruto, when he was signing the charter the other day with women, you remember? What did he say? You remember he said that he will be providing free sanitary pads for girls come next budget. Yeah. We are really waiting for that. And I'm hoping from here we can get champions who will really help us to advocate for that and to push that so that our girls will never have sex for pants. Our girls will never go begging for pants. Our girls fight dignity when in school, and we reduce menstrual bullying within schools where our girls are bullied because they do not have pants. Mr. Sasa, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Let's give them again for James. Alrighty. Baby, Kiki, do you want to go over the things?
So just a few housekeeping items to keep in mind before we get started. Bathrooms are available on the main floor near the lobby. If you guys don't know where that is, please keep your phone on silent or vibrant during the entire time just to avoid any disruption. Refreshments are available at the very back. There's teas and your pastries and dosa, so feel free to grab those quietly while people are up here. And then we welcome your questions and inputs. So on the tables you'll find sticky notes, like I mentioned, if you're not someone who raises their hands, feel free to just write it down. And I'll be looking at your thoughts or questions. And then lastly, everyone has a unique experience, so please be respectful of everyone's experiences. And make sure that we just create an environment where everyone feels safe enough to express what they really feel. So thank you. That is it in terms of housekeeping items. I think now we're going to move to introductions between all of you guys, because we want to get to know your names. If you're not a part of your names in your organization, if you're not a part of an organization, just explain why menstrual equity is important to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Fifi. So I wanted to share a little bit about Love Your Menses and what we do. Can anyone tell me, what does Menses mean? What does Menses mean? Anyone know? No one knows? Yes. Say it loud and proud. Yes, your period. Menses is another word for period. So if you didn't know, now you know. Some people call it time of the month. Some people call it on flow. Some people call it your period. Red dot, red day, that thing I hate every month, Mother Nature. So we decided to name the organization Love Your Menses because we understand that there are parts of our period that we don't like, right? What are some things you don't like about your period? Cramps. What else? What else? Cravings, right? Food cravings. What else?
Mood swings.
Mood swings, right? We don't like those. Bloating. How many of you get bloated, right? You like put on like 5 or 10 extra pounds. Yeah, that's not right. I remember I went to the gym one time and I weighed myself. I told my doctor, don't weigh me this week. I'm on my period. That's not accurate. Let's wait till after, right? So there are things that we don't like about our period. But we decided to name the organization Love Your Menses because we want to get to a point where you love yourself enough to continue advocating for your reproductive health care. There are parts of your period that you may not like, but you have to love yourself enough where you get to a place where you can flow through life unapologetically. Your period, you should not be in intense pain. where you have to miss school or work. You should be able to be on your period and stand up and be able to lead a workshop. And I'll let you know right now, I'm on my period. I am. And when I was younger, I had really bad cramps. I couldn't even get out of bed. And I told Dr. Azuma, I said, I don't know if I can do this because I thought I would be in pain. But I'm not in pain. It is the Kenyan air. Man is being here in Kenya. But now in Menses, we started in Boston in 2019. And now we are in 7 countries worldwide. We're also in Haiti, we're also in Nigeria, we're in the Gambia, we are in Nigeria, Kenya, and South Sudan. So as a collective, our team speaks over 7 languages because we never want language to be a barrier to someone accessing menstrual health education. So we encourage you to visit our website, to check out our social media, so you can see all that we're doing around the world. And we have an amazing team of people who help us do this work. And here are just some photos from the work in Kenya done by James and his team. After the program and to hear about the amazing work that she is doing in Kenya. Let's give her a hand. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Fine. I see that you smiling from here. Because if you are standing here, I see the entire beautiful room. So I'm so excited to be here today. And first of all, I want to energize in a different way that you do in my space. So I'm going to say women power. Obviously, you know how to respond to that, right? Right. So I say women power, you say power. Okay? Yeah? And I say girls power, you say power. Okay, so let's start. Women power! Power! Now I'm tight. So we'll try again. Women power! Power! Girls power! Power! Mental health power! Power! Viva women, viva! Viva! Thank you very much. Clap for yourself. Yeah, so my name is Video Gure Advocate. I'm a feminist activist, fiercely defending the rights of women and girls. Feminist unapologetically, like this battle, whatever. So I am here very proud today because I am a woman and I menstruate every month, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. So I founded Teams in Africa when I was 16, and that is after I got defiled by a very close family friend. And so the reason why he defiled me is because he was paying part of my school fee. So I was in high school in Form 3. I used to study in Uganda. For those who come from Busia County, Natuka Budalangi. So this guy felt so entitled to, defile me, right? To abuse me, to sleep with me because he was paying part of my school fee. This is something that happens to many other girls in our network, right? Yeah. True or false? True. So I was a victim. So I am a statistic. But what I did is that at 16, I decided I'm not going to let this go. I don't need the education if I have to pay for it with my body. And I quit school. Something that I've never regretted until now. So I decided to quit school, and instead I founded Teams in Africa, which is
two names that point to me, teen for teenager and C for baby. Okay? So that's the right teen seed. And what it means is that as a teen, I was very confused. I never knew what to do with it. I never got information about sexual reproductive health. I never got information about sexual gender and planet. I never got information about menstrual health. So it was very difficult for me to be able to navigate life without somebody who would hold my hand. Have we gone through something? Yes. I'm glad to hear that. So what happened is that as a teen,
There's a free
I
seat.
felt like I was not
The free seat from
and I
there.
was not a child.
One.
I was not myself. So that's why I identified myself as a teen. That even as I was pregnant as a teenager, and I dropped out of school, I was going through all this, I knew that for sure that was not the end of things. That I just needed to put my best feet forward and keep working hard and keep, being resilient so that I can make and provide and keep
Only one. Just the front seat in this line. The first seat. Pita hivi.
Just a bit about hoping the weekend.
This one.
Yeah, so when it doesn't matter, I need to replace. So as we wait for that, and we don't have like anything. But just to share about our work. The first thing we do at this Africa is sexual reproductive health and rights. So as girls are growing up, they need to know about issues of their own, their progress development. They need to know about sexuality, right? They need to know about sexuality. Child marriage, we also work with young mothers who already dropped out. They were pregnant as teenagers, they were married early, and so we do programs with young mothers that really motivate them and help them to get back on track. Because just because you got pregnant doesn't mean it's safe. Just because you got married and it doesn't mean that's safe. And also doesn't mean it's safe. So some of the things we do for the young mothers are farming, so they can be able to find ways of generating income to support their families. The other thing we do is to take them back to school so they can be able to study. They drop out of school at some point, but we take them for private tuition. I don't want to call it bad, but we go to private schools, right? Ambazo sasa wanaenda pale wana study and then they are able to get their class 8 and form 4 certificate, and that means that they can proceed college if they want. The last aspect of our work that I want to share is the movement area. So we convene a network called WISE. So WISE is Unity Relation and Development Facility, and this is a network of other survivors of sexual violence who are organizing and working in the community. So our membership includes representatives from our country, as well as the national. I welcome you all to join us. I will speak today about menstrual health. So I wanted to speak about menstruation today because we are also in London. When I was growing up, I used to see what is Yeah, so when I did that, I never knew about nutrition and nobody talked to me about it, which is very important for us leaders to make sure that all the girls in our life know about nutrition as early as 1 to 3 years. My son is 8, but he's ready. And he knows about Menses. I teach him every day, educate him to have information about that. Because tomorrow he's gonna have a girlfriend or he's gonna marry, right? So they have to know because issues about Menses are not only for women and girls. It's everybody's issue. So when they know early, then they know that they must be able to provide, they must be able to understand, they must be able to make policies and decisions that favor women and girls. So as I was saying, yeah, in my community, girls were not able to get like proper sanitary products. And actually for me, sanitary products is not just the sanitary part, no. It's a lot more. What else? What else do you think is necessary for menstruation? She said pants is true or false. Came up with the In experience, what else do you feel is important for a girl who woman in the ministry? Clean water. Clean water, perfect. To begin with. So, to begin with, coffee. And then there was a hand, that was the same. Huh? Proper hygiene, your towel and all that. Fantastic. Is there a hand? Yes? Good diet. Good diet, thank you. A balanced diet. Balanced diet. Thank you. Yes, please. Privacy. Privacy. Okay, thank you. Tupige wote makofi ya kwanza. So the truth is, today in 2020, 2022, sorry. So today, 10th of October 2022, there are girls and women who still cannot access sanitary towels. And it's sad. It's very sad that girls still have to miss school because of lack of towels. That girls still have to miss school about their cramps or pain, or maybe because they just can't stand it. Yeah? Because there's like bullying in school, right? The stigma by not only the boys and other girls in school, but even the teachers. True or false? True. And I feel like this has come at a very good time where we have to continuously educate our girls to love their menses because once they come, they're not going to go anywhere. And so it is our duty as big sisters, as aunties, to continue supporting our girls and to make sure that they are comfortable and they know they have the information, they have all they need to be able to live a dignified life. At TC, we run a campaign called Paths for Progress because we know that when Menses starts, that's when all the injustices on women starts to happen. For example, when you start having the Menses, the men start thinking that you're a woman and you're ready for pregnancy. Yeah. And they start abusing you at that point. And if you don't have any information, then it's so easy for you to come on whether it's rape, defilement, or willingly fucking woman. And also at that point, we like put up the sexual infection and all that. And if you have a one pregnancy, or abortion, we all know about abortion after abuse, right? So part of the process campaign works with different schools in the county to work at, and we have about 3,000 jobs. We give out information on menstrual health. We give out a dignity class, which is supposed to have hard fantasy, so information that they can read. Okay. And this is important because sometimes it's there, but they need to understand, they need to know, they need to trust that tomorrow they're able to predict how that comes. And last, we also ask them menstrual health. Because it's not really, you cannot say that we are very and then we don't have the basic education second amendment act, number 23 of 2017, actually says that mandates the government to provide free, quality, sanitary service to all school-going girls. Is that happening? No, it's not happening. So what we have to do is to ask questions and hold our government accountable. And I want to tell you the same thing. That I feel like we can give sanitary service, we can give hygiene products, we can give menstrual products all we want, but we cannot give it for them. Priorities change. Yeah, and you know, we give out of the pocket. As a part of the organization, those are heavy that are going to anymore. So we must start thinking about the community. That when there's money that has been allocated, there's a budget for sanitary products for the adults, we have to follow that money and make sure that it's getting into school. As opposed to right now, when money has been allocated, it ends up in people's pockets, which is sad. Because you go to some communities and that money said, even today,
Yes, hello. Hello. Hello.
Why is it that when a girl is menstruating and coming to the back of home, you know the most they stand up? Or even ask for maternal to miss their we have to be the people who are going to fight for this on us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Winnie. That was an awesome speech. Thank you so much for sharing more about your work that you do. We're really grateful to have you here, so thank you. We were going to present our distinguishing speaker, but she ran off to the bathroom. In the interim,
Yes, we can start it.
in the interim, we just want to get to know the people that are in this room. Oh, I'm kidding. She's here. Hello. This is Dr. Phyllis Daisy Matula. She is a professor at the University of Nairobi, and she will be introducing herself right now.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I just came in time. I was just calling me, so I'm so happy. Now, my name is Phyllis, but you can call me Listeners. When I was in Form 2, I acquired, my mother named me Phyllis. But when I was in Form 2, where people acquire names, I decided I would not acquire another name, but I would just add stars on my name. And so I became Phyllis, but I didn't want to put AR. I wanted to make it look a little bit modern. So that is why it is Phyllis. Otherwise, sometimes when I'm called Phyllis, I'm turned behind because I don't know whether it is me or it is somebody else. Now, I think I've been given an opportunity to say something small. I teach at the University of Nairobi. I also teach at USIU. I don't want to say much, but when I look at you, it reminds me of those years I was a girl like you. I grew up, and as a teacher, I have a reason as to why I'll say every statement. I grew up in a very rich family, very rich family. But of course, as you grow up, girls, you never know where you'll get married. So if you grew up in a poor family, you can end up in a very rich family. If you grew up in a very rich family, you may end up in a poor family. But I want to tell you, I didn't end up in a poor family because my father used to tell me, if I would really want you to get a rich man. But if you don't get a rich man, you take your riches there. And so I want to believe I took my riches there. I want to share with you some experiences. She asked you some questions, but I expected one answer which I didn't get from you. And maybe I'm going to talk about that answer. I have not come to my 4 beautiful girls. I have not started telling you who they are. But I just want to say this. You know, she asked you questions, what do you need? What do you need? People said pads. And you see, at that point, I really got interested because I'm a teacher full of questions. I also wanted you to say they need some, if you like, menstrual, or if you want, periodic education. And I think that answer did come from you. And these 4 beautiful girls are here to give us that education. And once you have been given education, you are being empowered. And it is the empowerment that we are looking for. Girls, when I grew up, I went to good schools. But one time, I had an opportunity to go to the village where I'm born. I'm born in western part of Kenya. And when I got that opportunity, I told my mother and my father, I just want to go to a village school and know how it feels like. I was sitting, and that was to happen just in about 1 term, because we just wanted experience. So I sat with a girl. She was pretty intelligent. There was another girl who was sitting at her back. She was so good. They were better than the way I was, although I believed in myself and I believed I was so smart. And we used to ask, what would you like to be when you grow up? And the girls were like, we want to be a doctor. You know, I want to be a doctor so that I help other people. Because I was also born in a very large family, a family of 20 something. And I was in the middle. You know what I mean when I say 20 something? It means my mother was not the only one. So I was in the middle. And so nobody knew I existed. I had to struggle for my existence and make sure that they know I am there, I survive, I'm there, I exist. So anything I would see coming up, I always do. So I told myself in the family, I'm going to be a lawyer. And the reason why I'm going to be a lawyer, I want to fight for you. Because we don't realize that I exist. So these guys used to say, I want to be a doctor, they will give me a reason. I want to be a teacher, they will give a reason. But for me, I wanted to be a lawyer. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that I went back to my I went through international schools. So I went back, and when I went back, I kept on, because I had made friends and friends who had very high grades. So I kept on inquiring, how are they? I want to go home when we close because I want to meet these girls. And you know what? None of them became who they were. It is only me who wanted to be a lawyer. I didn't become a lawyer, but I was comfortable because I didn't want to become a university student because I knew throughout my lifetime I've been reading and reading student work, and especially postgraduate dissertations. So I was told they didn't finish their schools, and I wanted to go back and find out why did they not finish their schools, and yet to me they were very brilliant. And you know what they told me? So and so did not continue because the parents were poor. And because they were poor, they could not afford school fees. But that was not the reason. The reason was, while we were there, I was not the only one. I think me and my 2 sisters and some few friends that we had, these girls would have their periods, and because they don't have sanitary towels, they will not want to come to school during that time. Nobody has told them about what it is all about. And so they will just drop out. They'll just stay at home. And when you stay at home this time, next month you stay that time, another month, most of the teachers are not encouraging you to come back. What happens? You kill your dream. I want to say this. For us, okay, I'm being reminded I have 2 minutes, but even when I have 2 minutes, teachers have a problem because they have to start from far and then they come. They start from none before they go to unknown. Never mind. So the day is ours. Now, so what now happened, because they have left school, I care about them and I'm asking them the reasons why. You know, they say what? It's just because, you know, like when they see boys will start bullying them, you know, they have no sanitary talents, they have nothing. I had an interest on how can I help these guys. I did not just become a university don, I went through a high school. In the high school, there were girls who could not. And the first thing when you are given a uniform in Kenya, you ask, what color is it? Especially for one. When you hear it is a brown skirt, it is a black skirt, you feel very happy. Why? Because you'll not mess up. We don't talk to our girls. Teachers don't talk to even girls, particularly in rural areas. But in urban centers and in good schools like where my daughter was, she was approaching 12 years and I decided I want to talk to her about this thing that has never been talked to. So anything I was talking about, Mommy, I know. Mommy, I know. So I found a very soft landing spot because she knows. I'm trying to say this. We are ailing because we are not talked to about this menstruation. These girls of ours, now I come back to them as beautiful as they are, they have not come to talk to only girls. In other words, they are not feminists. Are you? No. You heard Vitali talk about, he knows so much about menstruation, which I may not even know. I know, being a teacher, I know. But he knows about it. And that tells you they are not feminists, but they have come across the board. In this era, you know they are giving me 2 minutes. I've added myself 2 minutes because if you look around, I'm the only one of my age. So as my daughters, they'll have to respect me. In this era, girls, we talk about sustainable and equity future. And yet our girls are dropping out of schools. I am who I am. That's why I started by telling you I came from a very rich family, because of the family where I came from. I was given pads, I was given the education. When others were asking, what does it mean to have periods? And in my mother tongue, they say, going to the moon. And I'm sure all of you know that. I was waiting for the girls at one time, you know, when I was a small girl, because before my mother started talking to me. I was waiting for the time the other girls will come and pick me so that we can go to the moon. And I can assure you that most of the girls, and particularly my 4 beautiful girls, the problem may not really be in Nairobi. The problem is so much in the rural areas. And when you come to Nairobi, in the slummy areas, that is where the problem is. How do we get this sustainable and equity, future for our girls? Because they are left without education. And menstruation, you are told, very important because of reproduction mainly. The pride of a woman is to have children. Now, if you're not given this education, remember we can develop some funny diseases like urinary reproductive tract infections, and that can cause us problems, isn't it? We need this education. And can you now clap for these 4 guys? Because they are coming to give us that education. They are coming to give us that awareness. They are coming to ensure that a sustainable and equity future is here with us. You are our ambassadors, that is why you are here, and we are hoping that whatever education you are going to get, so that we can help our girls to realize their dreams. Remember when I started, I said some of them were saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be this. None of them became the doctors. And partly because we did not have that education. Thank you so much for the awareness you are bringing to us. It is what we require so that our girls may actually get it. They get hygiene, education, they know how to handle themselves, and therefore will be there. We'll have so many women in leadership positions, so many women who are doms, and the stereotypes which we have is the doctor in. No, he is not in. You know, they are forgetting that doctors can also be women. Because we have been denied, we feel shy, we are bullied, and therefore we drop out of schools. Now, who is the engineer that will give the talk? We expect that it is going to be a man, but not a woman. All these opportunities are denied because of lack of awareness. And we are sincerely so, I'm just finishing, so happy to have this team. They do not have a man, not that in them, not that it means that they are not, they are feminists. They do not have one because when we, like for us teachers, like when I go talking to girls, small girls, who have decided they don't even want to go to school, they say, so you mean this one, we can also be, women can also be university dogs. And so these ones have come to us not because they're feminists, but because they want to, you look at them like the role models. Thank you so much. And if I was given opportunity, my house, I would invite all of them to come and say, I have so many sanitary towels. Not because I need them, but because girls have lost their parents. And they go for sexual issues because they have no pads. So I tell them, come to my house, I give you pads. Thank you so much. God bless the hands of your hands. And please come again and we take you to our rural areas. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Phyllis. You were wonderful. That was an amazing speech. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Before Dr. Azuma goes and starts her presentation, we just want to add some faces to names. So I'm going to pass the mic to everybody. Say your name, why menstrual equity is important to you, or menstruation is important to you, or something that you're excited to learn about if you're not a part of the organization. My name is Fifi, and my Menses is important to me because it's personal, because it affects me physically, emotionally, spiritually. So that's something that's important to me, and that's why I'm happy to be here. I'm a part of the event. And of course, I'm part of the event. Get it? And speak loud because we have people in the back. It's gonna be rapid fire, so you can stand up so your voice can echo. Hi everyone. Hi. I hope you are enjoying yourself. So I'm Latifa Angui. I'm from Madare. I don't want to say why my menses are important to me, but I feel like it is not by choice that we are the way we are. We were created to menstruate monthly, and we should not be vulnerable because of it. You get me? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Thank you. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi. Are you happy to be here? Yeah. You're very happy? Yeah. I'm happy also to be here. At least you have a platform to learn. Sit down. Yeah. I'm Leana Kami from Madare, and menses are very important to me because I go through it every month, and every month comes with different experiences. Senior? Yeah. Have you experienced differences every month? Yeah. So it's very important to me and very personal. And I'm from Plan International. Thank you.
Sorry guys, just because we're running a little bit behind schedule, thanks so much for great introductions. Just say your name and why you like menstruation.
Hello, my name is Mary Biteti. I like menstruation because I go through it every month. It's like my monthly cycle. And I'm a social worker by profession. And I work for drip. I'm a mentor at drip.
Hi, I'm Maureen Juma from Nawe Ladies in Mkulu kwa Njenga. I just love my menstruation.
Hi everyone. Hi. I'm Zipporah Mura. I'm a facilitator and I just love my Menses because they give me new experiences every month.
Hi everyone. Hi. I'm Mary Mumo. Kind of silent girl. I love they make me feel like a woman and I'm a member of the community.
Hi everyone. Hi. My name is Naomi Siki. I'm a mentor working with teams. I love this program to be able to help at least one team stay at home. Hi everyone. Hi. My name is Annie Susan. I just love my name.
Hello everyone. My name is Pauline. I'm a dance coach at Motivated Minded Dancers. It's a group for kids. You can check it out all over social media platforms. And I don't like my messages because they come with a lot of crumbs.
Hello everyone. My name is Marioche. I'm a mentor image. I love my Menses because they make me feel like a real woman.
Hi. My name is Harvey. I'm proud of my period. I feel like a woman.
Hi, I'm Faisa, or you can use this however. I love my Menses because they prepare me for pregnancy.
I'm not pregnant, so.
Napenda enzi yangu kwa inatufanyanga special, pia inatufanyanga tuwe moody.
Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Zero Jiko. I love the administration because the vibe is cool, relaxed, and happy.
I'm Nina Nyamuita or Mamake. I love my Menses because najua niko fertile and
Hey, hi. My name is Sakini. I love my Menses because they make me feel a complete woman.
Hi everyone.
Hi, I'm Rachel, right? And I love my Menses because it's healthy and it stops cleansing of the body. Thank you. And it's normal.
Hi everyone. My name is Angela. And why I love the Menses because it is normal and it's part of our health.
Hi everyone. My name is Lydia. I'm a mom 3. I love my Menses because they make me a woman. That's why I'm a mother. I use it.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. So my name is Violet from Jiru. I love my Menses because na feeling pink
Hello. Hello. My name is Nancy. The reason why I love the reason why I love my Menses is because it makes me feel special and it's normal to all this. Thank you.
Hello everyone,
Hello.
I'm Madam Woman. I love my Menses because they make me a woman and love is good. It makes me feel abnormal. For example, when it keeps on come, yeah, I don't love it myself because
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Salim Mawia. I'm a mentor by professional. I love my mentors because they make me a woman.
Hello. Hello guys. Hello. Guys, can we get down with my child? Hello. Okay, my name is Grace Madoni. I'm also a mentor. Yeah, I love my mentors because it makes me feel complete. Yeah. Hello everyone. God is good
All the time.
and all the time. God is good. That makes and that's why I love my message because it gives me a wake up call because it's something from God, us as women. And my name is Maswa Idrimu. Hello everyone. Something. My name is Mama Idoni. I love my message because I love to feel the experience of my body because it helps me to understand my well-being of me, growing, and also that there are other space like in a mirror. I'm very sure being respectful. Thank you. Hi guys. Hi. I'm here today. When I used to be in the of my realize that my whole idea that about mental that for me, no, still for that I read but I love it when I receive because I know that I am not messed up.
So 49%.
But
Listen,
not that
come
I
up
say
almost
I
an hour.
am not that bad. Don't be the thing that I
Is
like.
it not possible?
Don't be
Unataka
the
uchukue kila kitu ama
yeah, thank you.
mimi aliendea parts zingine wanaongea sababu hawasimami. Is it possible unaweza cut alafu ukianza nikikat itaanza upya.
Honestly, not the answers were not the best experience. My name is Teresa.
hi, my name is Ruth Ateno and I just love it.
Hi. I'm Kinto Willie and I love my mentors because they make me feel strong and they tell more about me. I'm a woman. I'm beautiful. I'm ambitious, yeah, and I love myself.
Hello. My name is Mary Movie. I hate my lenses. They are too painful for me. And sometimes yeah, I love them because I love the mess, pretty. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm Mary Nambura. And I love my lenses because they make me feel like a real woman. Hi, I am Christian Sandria. Hi, Christian. I'm the place of CNN. Yes, I love my ministry because
Hello everyone. Oh, my name is Modi Ouma. I love my Menses because number one, they make me to have that critical thinking. You know, you can plan a lot of things, but one key thing, you must keep some cash for your pads. You can plan you want to buy everything, but you can't use your pads that time. That one is a must. So they remind me a lot. Every end month, I need to have some cash for my pads. Thank you. Thank you. Hello everyone. Hi. I'm Elizabeth. Okay. I used to love my Menses then because number one, okay, even sikuwa nimesession ningelamajaliamaka sana nikuonyesha na anakubana hiyo story inaisha hivi. Sasa kitu za security. So iko like part of my security. Lakini nilizokusikia when once they come back and take a message, I get them for almost 2 months and so from them,
Hello everyone. Hi. I am Diana Waiwa. Okay, one, I love my Menses and I still keep them. Why I love them is just at least I have that assurance I have not messed up with anyone. And two, why I hate them is because those 3 days they are so hectic. So experience, so yes.
All right, guys, over to this room. We're just gonna make it rapid fire, just for names. I know. I know you guys are excited. I know. We'll have time during lunch, okay? Just your name. I know you're excited, but just.
Hi everyone. Hi. My name is Roma, but my Menses as an icebreaker for new friends. Yani nikionyesha lazima tutanasana na wasichana na wenyewe. We are going to begin starting by our friends.
Just your name.
Hi. Hi. I'm Diana Nambura. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Michelle Modiamo. Hi. Hello.
Yes, people.
Hi everyone.
Yes. China. Okay, she wanted me to stream the whole event. Oh, that's right. Oh, nikuletea laptop yangu. Nitembee nayo. Kuna moto sana. Ndio. Sikuwa najua kama nitatoa hivyo. Anyway, let me just stream because it can charge for time. Hata hiyo yako haiwezi. Hii inaweza. Inaweza. Inacharge. Kumbe ni it's okay. It's okay.
Hello. I'm Nicole. Hi.
Awesome. Give a round for yourself. It's so much for you guys' names. We're not going to get started with
You want to use it?
President.
Oh, I'll just okay. I was just using to charge my phone, but
Oh, you're charging your phone?
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Please give yourself a round of applause. Thank you. So the people to my left-hand side, we will give you an opportunity to introduce yourself. We are all about equity. I would feel bad if I was there. So we want to make sure that we give you guys the opportunity to introduce yourself and to tell us why you love your Menses. So I just wanted you guys to know, we just want to get started because we want you guys to eat the lunch that we paid for you all. So bear with me. Okay, before I get started, I want to tell Winnie, thank you so much for being here. Excellent presentation. We respect you as a feminist and we love the work you're doing. Let us know how we can support you. Thank you so much, Dr. Daisy Matula, for being here as well and just encouraging us and saying, if you are rich and you marry a poor man, take your riches to you. I think that's an amazing talk, so thank you so much. Again, love your Menses. We're not about any political group or systems. We're just really about menstrual equity. We just want to make it clear because we don't care about religion, gender, sexual identity, feminism, non-feminism. We don't believe in putting yourself in categories because the main thing we're here for is to educate you. Because all of us here have been blessed to have excellent education and we have empathy and we want to empower all young girls, especially girls that look like us, so that you guys can do great things, great exploits in your community. So that's the goal of why Bria and myself started this. Okay, just wanted to put it out there. Thank you. All right. So a quick disclaimer, okay? So basically, this is general education to empower you guys, okay, and to take charge of your health and wellness. Please note that information provided here is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Our mission, as I said, is to educate and empower adolescents and adults to strive for equitable menstrual health. The information provided in this training is for general informational purposes. It's just important that we do that. Again, we come from the United States. We always do disclaimers so that there's no confusion of what our mission is. With that, I'm going to go into the presentation. Thank you. All right. All right. Okay. All right, so we're going to quickly talk about stages of puberty and menstruation, okay? I wrote down some names. Naomi Siki, do you know the stages of puberty? Naomi Siki. Do you know the stages of puberty? Oh, tell me something that happens. I think Dr. Matula talked about it, like when you become a woman. What do you notice?
Before you start having your menstrual?
Yeah, like changes.
Changes that happen in a girl?
Yeah.
Okay, there's the hip widening.
Excellent.
Breast.
Huh? Enlargement of breast. Okay. Not everybody have large breasts. Just put it out there. Yeah.
There is a hair growing on our pubic area and our ribs. And you experience the menstrual cycle.
Yes, excellent. You know what? I think Naomi should come and take the mic. Yeah, excellent. So basically, I believe Winnie talked about menstruation and the inequities that we see. So menstrual health to us is a public health and human rights issues, and that's why we here as public health experts, we're here to talk and teach you guys. So the United Nations, their website says about 1.8 billion people across the world menstruate. That's a lot. So a lot of people menstruate. So this, as James said, is an important topic, right? James said something really important that I reflected on. He said, most government provide free condoms when sexual activity is a choice, at least, right? It's not, you can control yourself if you choose to. But menstruation, we can't say, today I'm not going to menstruate. When we need to go to the moon, we gotta go to the moon, right? So it's very important that we know that this is a public health issue.
So we are here today to dispel myths surrounding menstruation and basically surrounding women's health. There's someone that said the role of a woman is to reproduce. Yeah. By the way, I'm a Nigerian-born person, so I'm from West Africa, so I have the African culture as well. I say that because I understand where some of this talk is coming. But as someone that grew up in the United States, I've adopted two cultures. I would say I chose the best of those two worlds. And I would disagree that a woman's role is to reproduce. There are women that choose not to. And we, in terms of unity, we should also respect women, right? That choose not to have children, or women that cannot have kids. Because sometimes we women, we increase anxiety and putting burden on other women based on our cultural norm. Because some people are suicidal, some people are depressed because they feel they're not woman enough, right? Because they cannot reproduce, and that's not fair. You know, we coach people all the time, all four of us, and one thing that I always remind myself is it's our duty to learn to love ourselves, right? A lot of times we here don't love ourselves. So love yourself if you have the ability to have a child, or if you don't. Apart from that stereotype, there are other things that people say. The data is not clear on how many people have painful period. Another word we use is dysmenorrhea. Menorrhea is menstruation, so dysmenorrhea. Some people say 50%. Based on my cohort, it's like 75%. Do you understand what I mean by 75%? So there's four of us, three of them have bad periods, like bad, like really bad. Like one says she crawls like a butterfly, not butterfly, caterpillar, right? To like crawl when she's on her period. Luckily, I'm the one that doesn't have a bad cramp and I feel bad. So based on us, if we're a study, right, 3 out of 4, then they have bad periods, so it's 75%. So some people say, just take a pill and you will be fine. You know, like that man, that father, you're like, I can't go to church today. I can't go to the mosque. I can't go to the feminist gathering because I'm in pain. And they're like, girl, just take a pill. And Bria has heard that before, right? Yeah, so that's why we put it here. It's not that simple. Or some people say, don't use tampons. It breaks your hymen. You become non-vaginal. I mean, again, you know, no, really, this is this we hear. Really, we do hear this. We hear this. I mean, you know, there's so much work. And we challenge you guys, please go and encourage and empower people and dispel myths. For example, I tell Bria, this organization helped me become less embarrassed about my period. Even though I'm a gynecologist, I deal with it, I was still embarrassed. But now I'm so empowered. I remember I was at work, I was seeing a lot of patients that day. I work in the United States and I work in a private clinic. Our patients don't like to wait. You know how you guys waited in line? Americans don't like to wait fast. So I had about 32 or 36 patients that day. Some of them took time from work. We worked really hard, those of us that work. So they were waiting for me and I felt really bad. So I was walking fast to see patients. And I started my period. I was walking so fast that I did not realize the stress I was stained. Like recently. And I sat down and I stood up. There was a puddle of blood on the seat. I just didn't have time to pee or change. True story. And my medical team come to me and say, Dr. Azoma, stand up. You gotta stay right there. True story. And I had two choices. My first primitive choice was like, run away. Everybody in the clinic know you are on your period. And then the other one is like, put on the Love Your Menses cape. And I did. And I said, oh, okay. I would change. Period. I was like, it's not a big deal. And I said, this is what we teach the young girls, not to be embarrassed about their period. So I'm not going to be embarrassed about my period. And I went my way. and then I changed and whatnot, right? So again, even while we teach, it makes us better. So there's still myths that we are all working on. Please join us to dispel it so that women and girls will be empowered. Okay, so what's menstrual equity? Um, Menstrual equity is defined as access to menstrual products, education, and reproductive health care for all who menstruate, regardless of age, race, religion, lack of religion, ethnicity, or place of residence. What we do. Love Your Menses provide evidence-based menstrual health education, and that's why we're here today, to give you guys evidence-based education. After you're done, we're going to give you a certificate, which you guys can use to share with other people. We also connect people with resources, so we hope you'll be connected with Winnie. We hope you'll be connected with Dr. Matula. We hope you'll be connected with James and all the rest. We also have community conversations like we just did right now. Okay? All right. We'll skip that one. All right, we'll skip. So there's something called Meet Ivy, but we'll skip that. It's just a model that we use to educate people on menstruation. So that's Ivy. We encourage you to either, if you're comfortable, name your uterus. You know, give a name that you want. All right. So understanding the female bodies, you guys basically know this. You guys know what your vulva is and vagina? Okay. Winnie said something, I believe. Winnie talked about like when you are educated about your body, it is less likely that someone would hurt you. I've done work on sexual assault prevention, especially in children, and most of the experts I've talked to says if you know your body, it's like a study, it's less likely to be assaulted because people are like, whoa, this person has the sense, so they know what to do next. They're informed, they're aware. So I have a daughter, she's 6 years old, she talks about her vagina. You know, she talks, like she even wears a t-shirt of menstruation. She even comes with me to a menstrual workshop. Like she's so informed because it's very important. She knows no one should touch me down there, no one should touch me up here. I remember when Love Your Menses did a virtual cultural exchange between us in Maryland and people in Liberia. How many countries is Love Your Menses in right now? Who knows? Seven. Excellent. Who said it? So that we can know who to give. Okay. So who to give an award to? Okay. So basically we're in 7 countries. So Liberia was one. So we had girls 12, 13 years old speaking to the Liberians 12, 13 years old. And the American girls were talking about their experiences, what is their problem, what is their struggle. They were talking about, you know, people don't like me and stuff. The Liberian girls are like, it's hard to leave the house. We get assaulted. You know, like people sexually assault us. So it's really, and you know, there was a jaw dropping, right, Bria? There was a jaw dropping with the American girls, black girls too. They were like, wow, that's not our issue, thank the Lord, right? So that's why we do the cultural exchanges, because it enlightens both people to know what's going on. So again, you guys know what the vagina and the vulva is, right? The vagina is the tubal part. Bria, you said this is a flashlight. Yeah. Is it this? Okay. Yeah, so this will be the vagina right there, and then the external part will be the vulva, okay? What do you guys call it in Swahili? Vagina, vulva? No, it has a name. No name? Uma. It's nice. So which one is Uma? Which one is Uma? Which one is Uma? The two parts is Uma. Oh, I like that. I love it. And what's the external part, like the vulva part? What's it called? Eh? What is the external part, the vulva called? Okay, no, we got to modify Swahili today. You don't modify Swahili. The vagina and the vulva should not be uma, uma. So you guys, okay, we don't
Vulva in Swahili is called uke. Uke, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are learning something new. Okay, this is awesome. So uke is the vulva and uma
Mind the Yeah. So the vulva is uke. And yes.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I will stick with the vagina and the vulva. Thank you. All right, and then you guys know the uterus. I heard someone say they like their menses because they know, oops, I'm not gonna be a mother. Okay, so the uterus is what houses pregnancy, and you guys know what it is, correct? Thank you. All right, and then you guys know the endometrium, right? Yeah. So, and if you don't, that's okay. So the endometrium, who knows why this is important? It's in the uterus. Why is the endometrium important? Okay, what? Exactly. Woo! Gosh, you guys are so smart. Oh my goodness. You know what? We have to go to the rural area. I know this stuff. Yeah, we'll go to the rural area next time. All right, so like she said, the endometrium is the part that the baby is attached to and it grows. But in terms of menstruation and blood flow and going to the moon, who knows what the endometrium does? Exactly. Someone says sheds. So thank you. So the endometrium is that part that sheds. Thank you. All right. And then we know the fallopian tube, right? The fallopian tube is that which is right here, the tubular stuff. It's important, and we'll talk about it as well. Okay. And then we also know the ovaries, right? The ovaries secretes it secretes more. But what are the two main hormones that the ovary secretes that helps menstruation? Please. Huh? Excellent. And what is the second, another one? She said progesterone. Thank you so much. Excellent. You guys are so smart. Ovulation is when the egg is released, right? And the egg is necessary to meet what? To fertilize and have a baby. Someone said it? Go ahead. Sperm. Thank you. All right. So basically, we encourage each person to have a Love Your Menses toolbox. What are you guys call it dignity? Okay. So yeah. So Love Your Menses we call ourselves Love Your Menses toolbox. But dignity pad is also the same. Pack is also the same. So fill it up. Try to always carry it until we have menstrual equity. Once we have menstrual equity, thank you to our current president, William Ruto, that is going to make menstruation pad more accessible. So before that, continue to have your toolkit with you. All right. So this is just repetition, like phew. So basically, we want to destigmatize puberty and menstruation. Okay. So we've talked about puberty. Naomi Siki talks about the different changes that could occur. So we're going to talk about it. We will start with the time interval. So this is normal for people, 8 to 13. Girls in the United States, sometimes Black girls tend to get it earlier. I don't know what range it is for you guys. Dr. Do you know here? What's the average age here for menstruation?
Can you imagine even as young as 7 years? The average one was 12.
Okay. So who wants to tell me how old they were when they started their period? You want to say? Go ahead. From 2? You tell me the age, please. 13? Okay. All right. What about you? 14. 14? Okay. One more person, 13, 14. One more person. 15? Okay. Yeah, I started my period too at 15. And like Dr. Matula, I knew about the menstrual cycle as well. All right. So someone talked about the breast development, right? The enlargement of breast, and it was important to say like not every woman has large breasts. I love the diversity of women. We come in different sizes and shapes. It's very important that we love ourselves. If you don't love yourself, no one else can love you. So you have to love yourself. I really don't understand, again, segue, why people don't love themselves. You have one life. You gotta love it. Like, you don't have another chance. It's just what, so you gotta love it. You gotta love the breast you have. You gotta love the hips you have. You gotta love the butt you have. You know what butt, right? You guys call it butt here? So you have to love the butt you have. And if you don't have a butt, it's okay too. And again, I'm all about empowerment. And if you want to have extra butts and you can afford it, that's on you. All right. So just quickly about the breast. So here is stage one, pubertal breast. Then stage two, stage three, stage four, and stage five. So here, stage two, you see the breast budding. Here you see the papilla and the areola. You see the curvature. And here, this is like a mature breast for most people. Again, not everybody has a centralized nipple. Some people, their nipple is down here. And that's okay, right? Yes. And then someone talked about the body hair, right? We talked about it. Adrenaki. And then someone talks about the height, increase in height. Yeah, for those that are tall. All right. Again, we talked about menstruation. Manaki is the onset of the moon. On average, it's 12 years, like Dr. Matula said. Okay, but some people experience it between 8 to 15, like someone here also said. I still remember when we started Love Your Menses, and we were teaching young girls, and one of them started their period the week after. Girl, that girl was so empowered. She wore Love Your Menses shirt on the day of her period. Like she was so proud of herself, right? She was a set of twins. And then they sent Bria a message saying that we just got our menses and we're ready. It was like, wow. That really motivated us to do the work we do because Bria and myself, we always said we wish we had this growing up, right? Because it's so important to be aware and prepared. And that's why Bria and myself, our team, we go globally to provide this education for Black and brown girls. Mhm. All right, so during puberty, some people develop acne. You can see that. Unfortunately, I'm far many years removed from puberty, but I still struggle with acne. Just a few percentage of people have that situation. Okay, but you can see that happen. And then we talked about the heat lightening for most people. We talked about sweating. Okay, we talked about the toolkit. And again, someone said, I love menstruation because it gives me access to sisterhood. We have a sisterhood that we do. It's like me to sis, okay? So basically, later on, maybe during lunch, during reflection, you guys can write down things that make you feel uncomfortable, with your menstruation, something to empower, and then we can maybe post it on the wall somewhere, and then we can randomly pick one and read and talk. Again, we want you guys to leave here being empowered. Bria, myself, and the team, we really, really love to empower girls. What we did is things we did not have, we said we will make sure others do have. And that's why we're here today. Okay, so we're going to switch to menstruation 101. Again, you guys know what this is. So it's basically discharging of the blood from the endometrial lining. Most people, it's about 28 days cycle. It lasts for 3 to 8 days. The length and the volume varies. Okay, so this is for people that ovulate. There are people that don't ovulate. Fortunately or unfortunately, there are few. Not few, but majority of people ovulate. Ovulation is the release of the egg from the ovary, and it causes the cyclic changes every 30 days. There are people that don't, right? People with polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I think we're going to touch on it soon. Okay, so we know about this. So quickly, the menstrual phases. So we have like the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. So this is where we normally start, when we start our counting, right? So the day the menstrual blood occurs, And we have the follicular phase when the eggs is growing, okay? And then we have when the mature egg, oh gosh. Someone talked about how they love their menstruation because it makes them feel God and His brilliance. This is brilliant, in my opinion, as well. It really is. The menstrual cycle is so beautiful. You know how some people can polyovulate, have twins, multiple children. It's really, really cool. So we talk about the ovulation phase and then the luteal phase. The luteal phase, of course, is the second half. And if the egg that was released is not fertilized, like some people say they are lucky, then we would reset to the menstrual cycle. Okay, thank you. All right, the menstrual phase period, we talk about it. It can last 3 to 8 days. If you're soaking more than 8 pads per day, for those that use pad, it's heavy. Passing cloth is heavy. So see your doctor for more information on what to do. Okay. And then we have the follicular phase. It ends before ovulation. That's when our body is preparing to be fertilized. And then we have the ovulation phase. The ovulation phase is like fixed. It's always 14 days. And that's how we do it. And then we have the luteal phase, which we talked about resetting. It's basically when there's a drop in LH, there's a decrease in estrogen and progesterone, and then it sets our cycle. Okay? With pregnancy, there's an increase with estrogen and progesterone and maintains the endometrial lining, and that's what carries on the pregnancy. Good so far? Again, this is going to be the most technical part of the talk. The next will be so much fun. We're just going to talk about tampons and all of those good stuff. All right. Period blood colors, it's different. We see the gray one, possible infection, discharge. We see the pink, we see the orange, we see the black. The black is old blood. For me, this is important, this chart, thank you, Bria, for inserting it. It's important. Let's say a patient comes to me and say, Dr. Azuma, I'm 8 weeks pregnant and I was bleeding. I put in the speculum and I can tell. For example, if it's black, I'm like, okay, you're good. Your bleeding is gone. This is old blood. But then when I see like bright red blood, I'm like, oh gosh, this person is currently bleeding. I don't know the outcome of the pregnancy. Thank you. Okay, we talked about the 2 keys points, and basically that's the end of my presentation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zuma. Let's give her another round of applause. Before we break for lunch, it's so important to figure out what you've learned from this session. So with Dr. Zuma, we learned about the stages of puberty. We learned that it's normal. Our body changes as we get older. Does anyone know what second puberty is? Has anyone ever heard second puberty? Second. No? No? Second puberty is actually something that people go through in their 20s and 30s, right? So imagine when you're 20, your body may not look the same when you turn 28 or when you turn 30. Your hips will start to widen more. You may get acne. You may start to lose hair. Second puberty is just another stage that we go through in life. And so no one really talks about that, right? I remember talking to my friends and I'm like, I don't look the same when I was 21 and I just graduated college. I've gained so much weight. My hips got wider. I get back acne now. I get acne on my legs. I'm like, what is going on? And then someone told me, Bria, you're going through second puberty. It's just another phase in your life throughout the life cycle that you go through. And so that is also something that you should talk to your friends about and other girls and women, because sometimes people don't talk about those who are in their 20s and 30s. We get subconscious. Our bodies have changed so much from when we were in our teen years. So thank you so much, Dr. Zuma, for talking about puberty. Does anyone have any questions about puberty or the physiology of the menstrual cycle? Any questions, or if anyone wants to share, what did you learn from this session? What did you learn? Or what is one thing you're going to share with someone else? Who wants to share? So I have a brave volunteer. What is one thing you're going to share with someone else from what you've learned? Don't be shy. No one? Okay, yes, yes. Which one thing you'll share?
Thank you so much. Something that I will share out there is that I've learned today. It's very important to be aware of our puberty stages and also prepare for it. Senior, at least I'll go out of this place when I know that I'll be more aware of our puberty stages and always to prepare during our menstruation periods. I'm at times. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll give a round of applause for that. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty, so you'll be able to share more during lunch about what you learned from this session. As a reminder, you will each get a copy of these slides via email. So you don't have to worry about writing down everything that you see because you will get a copy to be able to share with someone else when you go out and do this work in the community, okay? Awesome. We are not going to leave you with no slides or information. So you'll have it in digital format. Because one thing I learned in Kenya is we're very environmentally friendly here, right? So we want to save paper. So it will be digitally. All right, before we break for lunch, it's important that we open up the space in prayer. So I'll have James say a prayer before we transition to lunch. Is that okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brea. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Ebere. I'm leaving out the other speakers because they have their time to come here and then we can thank them. But thank you, Phoebe, and thank you, Fifi. So, do we have any Muslims in the house? We have Buddhists in the house. I've been given the mic to pray for our lunch, but I think if we have a Muslim, prayer, you can allow me to get the Muslim to lead us in prayers. Mwajuma, tafadhali si uje ni? Sawa, ni biasha? Sawa, njoo tuombe tafadhali. And as you can see, you're all ladies, we are just three gentlemen in the house. Sisi hatujapigiwa makofi jameni, na mnaona sisi tuko. Thank you. Tafadhali tuombeshe kwa chakula.
Yes, hi. Yes, us as Muslims, as women, we are not allowed to pray for crowd ya watu kwa sauti kubwa sawa. But prayer if it's for lunch, prayer for lunch, we say Bismillah. Meaning, atuongoze, yani, as we are taking our meals, Mwenyezi Mungu afanye nini? Atuongoze. In case there is anything maybe for that food, itafanya nini? Atakuwa amekuguide for that meal. Sawa? So, for sisi wote, what we need to say is just Bismillah. Sawa? A short prayer. Sawa? Maana yake ni nini? Atuongoze kwa nini? Kwa meal. Sawa? Yes. So, together we say Bismillah. Thank you.
Thank you. So lunch will be served at 12:30. It's a buffet style. I'll ask all of us to be very organized, very orderly as we go to get our lunch. Let us not overcrowd where we are having our lunch. Si ni sawa? Hii lunch ni for all of us na sote tunatoshea hapo. Then we should be here 5 minutes to 1. Or what time should we be here? At 1. So at 1 we should be here. That's why I was saying 5 minutes to 1. So that all of us are seated and by 1, we only have 1 hour for the afternoon session. Sindio? Let us there be no delays so that we are also able to leave here on time. Otherwise, show iko aje? Session iko aje? Iko poa? Asanteni sana. So, tuendeni mpira.
And Phoebe will instruct you on how to get to the lunch break.
Yes, just follow me. One thing that you need to wash your hands because I do have this sanitizer in the back. Ladies, if you just to make sure that foaming still existed, we just have to be safe. Wash your hands like if there is not food right outside of your right. And also hand sanitizer and that you that is and
This is type C.
Is USB-C.
Yeah. I'll have time to charge my phone now. Anakuja.
Sasa unaweza kaa kama bado itaendelea.
Nataka watoke na kati. Nataka watoke alafu alisema I stream everything. So nitaenda kwa lunch kiasi alafu nifike mchana. Iko kalamu. Yeah. Iko na Android.
Oh.
Can I cut off the streaming?
Yes, yes, you can. Thank you.
Sorry. So I'll stream from one.
Yes.
It's okay.